Three, two, and one, go. Hey guys, it's AJ Hotzel here, and I'm going to do a video on shoe fit. Proper shoe fit, what to look for when you're buying your first pair or 10th or 20th or second pair of running shoes. Yeah, just kind of tips and tricks on that. I'm not going to be using a lot of um, jargon like overpronator, underpronator, heel counter, upper. I'm not going to be using that. I'm just going to kind of it's going to be a nice and simple video. If you guys want to hear that jargon, I will always be happy to make you a video with, say you're underpronator, you're overpronator. But for this video, it's not going to be filled with all that technical mumbo jumbo. So basically, first thing that I would do is definitely go to a specialty running shoe store. They're going to have good, knowledgeable people, and they're going to set you up for success. If you order offline, that's okay, but make sure you watch out that you're not stuck in that shoe. Make sure you order offline from a reputable dealer, and a dealer that's going to have like a 30, 60, or 90-day return policy, where you can actually run wear the shoe running outside, not just on your carpet, because that won't do you any good. So when you first get to the store, when you first kind of look at kind of what shoe you want, and you first put the shoe on, I would highly recommend you just kind of taking a visual look. And most great running stores will tell you what to look for, but this is kind of what I recommend you look for. So basically, look down, look at your shoe after you lace it up. Make sure that the laces are straight. And nothing's like sprying out too much or nothing's bunched in. So let's say they're sprying out too much. Sprying. I don't know if that's the word. Splaying? Sprying? Anyway, I'll say sprying. Sprying out too much. You might want to go into a wider shoe, because that means that shoe obviously is too little for you or too narrow for you. If you lace it up and the laces are really tight, you're probably going to want to go for a narrower shoe. So that's one clue that you don't have a good fitting shoe, is if your laces are kind of wanky. Next thing I would look for is how you're sitting in the shoe. So if you're stepping in the shoe and you look and it's kind of, you're stepping off the side this way, you're stepping off the side this way, I kind of see like one of your big toes kind of popping out there. That might not be the best shoe for you. You want to make sure that your foot is completely on the entire sole of the shoe, that nothing's popping off of the side. So one issue is that can create a lot of rubbing, which obviously leads to blistering. Also, like if you're running and you're stepping off the side of the shoe constantly, this is going to wear and it's going to rip. So it's also going to affect the durability. And you don't want a shoe falling apart that you paid $100, $120, $50, or even $180 for falling apart on you. So that's another thing you should look for. Also, be mindful of your injuries. The shoe store should ask you, hey, have you had any previous injuries? So for me, I've had calf injury. I had Achilles, I guess not injuries, calf issues and Achilles issues. So basically what that means is I'm going to need a higher heel to toe drop. Heel to toe drop is the distance between the heel and the toe. Hello. So for me, my minimum heel to toe drop is going to be 8 millimeters. But I've gone as high as 12. So I've talked to some shoe reps and they said you can go from an 8 to a 12 fine. But if you go from like a 10 to like a 4, that might not be good, because that heel to toe drop might be a little bit too steep. So I've had a lot of problems. Like I wore Hoka. No disrespect to Hoka. I've worn Hoka shoes. Great shoe, but not great for me because the heel to toe drop was a 4 millimeter. My calf and my Achilles couldn't take it, and I got injured. So something to look for. And always ask. You kind of sound a little bit like an expert if you say, yeah, I've had a calf issue or a hamstring issue or Achilles issue, and they bring out a shoe and you say, hey, what's the heel to toe drop on this? Because if they say 4, if they say 2, if they say 0 heel to toe drop, I would highly recommend going against that and say, hey, maybe bring in an 8, a 10, or a 12. Like I said, I've gone with shoes as like the Under Armour Bandit, which is a 12 millimeter heel to toe drop. This is also, I believe, it's 12 millimeter heel to toe drop. I also have a 10 millimeter heel to toe drop I'm running in now, and then my racing flats in my newest shoes are 8 millimeter. So you can fluctuate. You won't have problems transitioning, like I said earlier, from 12 to an 8. Another really big thing I would look for is a few weeks after you get your shoes, look at the wear on your shoes. That's very important. That's very telling on how the shoes are working for you and actually how you're running. So you have your runners that are going to be neutral, that are just going to hit and come off straight, or hit from the outside and stomp and come off straight. That's the most important thing that you want. You want your foot to be coming off straight. You don't want it to be coming off too much outside or too much inside. So when looking at the wear, you're going to want to see the wear right, kind of like mine is. So if your heel, I don't step on my heel a lot, if you guys can see. I'm really pretty much a midfoot runner. But I do, when I hit midfoot, I do kind of roll in. So this posting right here is going to help me from rolling in. Hence the, hopefully you can see that, yeah. Hence the wear. So you want the wear coming right here. Straight off the toe. That's right where the toe is, straight. You don't want it over here at all. You want it coming right off the center. So these shoes are working great for me. I've been fairly injury-free with them on. The only injury I've really sustained with them is just like an overuse injury, which is my fault. So yeah, so what this is telling me is that I'm coming in, and yes, I'm trying to roll in, but I'm coming off straight. So my knees and legs are coming off straight when I'm running, which is awesome. Same thing with this shoe. This shoe kind of tells a different story though. See how it's on the outside? That means with this foot, I actually land on the outside, but it's still coming off. It's still trending to the center. See that? It's still going to the center. So I'm still stepping, hitting on the side, but I'm coming to the center. That's what you want to see in a shoe. That's why I would highly recommend, if there's like a 50, a 60, or 90-day guarantee, take it out and run. Take it out and run. And then in a few weeks, go look at it. If there's good wear on it, perfect. Not every shoe is going to work for everyone. Like if someone said, oh my gosh, the Asics Nimbus is the best shoe I've ever run in, you really have to try it. Well, that would be great to try, and Asics is a great brand, but that type of stability is not going to work for me. That's going to be one of those people that is going to step down and come off straight and doesn't need this medial posting, doesn't roll in. But then you can get something like a stability shoe like a Nimbus, which is called the Asics Kayano, which is basically a Nimbus with a little bit of medial posting. You can get that shoe. If it fits great, you can wear it and you can be like, yeah, Asics is awesome. But like I said, if you have training partners or running partners who are wearing a certain shoe, don't feel like you have to get the shoe that they wear. But generally there's a stability and a neutral offering from the brand that they're going to be wearing that you can probably get if they rave about it and they're like, oh, I love the top of the shoe or the upper. Oh my gosh, I love the way that the foam feels. Then great, but you need to find your own shoe. So I guess the rule of thumb is visually just look, make sure it looks nice, make sure your foot's completely on the platform of the shoe. In a few weeks after running, take a look at your wear and see and make sure it's coming off straight. Actually, this is a better example. Make sure it's coming off really nice and straight. So basically you can draw a line that goes right to the tip of the shoe. That's how you want it. Feel free, if you guys want to send me photos of the bottom of your shoes. I know it sounds kind of weird, but I would be more than happy to say, hey, that might be right, or hey, you might need a little bit more stability. And there are shoes with like a ton of stability. So basically there are shoes with this medial posting. What that means is just harder foam to keep you from rolling in, that go from here to here. And that's for people who really, really roll in. There's shoes with medial posting just right here. So that's for people who need a little bit protection, but not as much as me. And then me, I have about that much medial posting. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I would be more than happy to answer them. I can make a video, or I can just comment on your comments below, whatever. And let me know what you think of this video. Let me know if you want any more tips and tricks on running or how to find the proper running gear, and I would be more than happy to post that. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys find a great running shoe to help yourself enjoy running even more. So this has been AJ Holtzel with a guide to how to find the perfect fit for your running shoe.